Part of the East, I'm part of the South, I'm part of the West, I'm universal. I'm India. Someone to say, I'm doing this because it is for counter-terrorism. You know, you're not fooling anybody by saying these things. Mr. Soros is a old, rich, opinionated person. If I could only stop at old, rich and opinionated, I would put it away. But he is old, rich, opinionated and dangerous. You know, somewhere Europe has to grow out of the mindset that Europe's problems are the world's problems. But the world's problems are not Europe's problems. Our total purchases for the month would be less than what Europe does in an afternoon. I don't think we're sitting on the fence. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't make me sitting on the fence. It means I'm sitting on my ground. I'm entitled to have my own side. I'm entitled to weigh my own interests, make my own choices. You're asking the wrong minister when you say, how long will we do this? Because it is the ministers of Pakistan who will tell you how long Pakistan intends to practice terrorism. If you have snakes in your backyard, you can't expect them to bite only your neighbors. Eventually, they will bite the people who keep them in the backyard. If I were to take Europe collectively, which has been singularly silent on many things which were happening, for example in Asia, you could ask, why would anybody in Asia trust Europe on anything at all? If you are asking me, I would say yes, 2014 was a watershed moment. Yes, things have changed better after 2014. Yes, our foreign policy has become more dynamic, more effective, more prominent after 2014.
Mr. Modi was very famous and very demanding. So how do you deal with that?
I'm so glad you chose that understated word, demanding. Yes, I think the Prime Minister is demanding. I think he's rightly demanding, because it's time that India had a demanding person as Prime Minister. It's tough to work for a demanding boss, but at the end of the day, you actually, if you feel that's the kind of person the country needs, I think you're willing to do whatever you have to do at that time.
Two democracies will end it differently. And if you can prove that concept here, then I think it's probably the best way to sell democracy.
Don't worry, Senator, one democracy will settle it.